Hey everyone, and a huge welcome to all our Hastings locals tuning in to today's Explainer. We are diving right into the latest from hastingsnow.com for Sunday, July 26th, 2026. We've got a lot to cover, from exactly what you need to know about today's wild weather to a really cool trip back in time to see what was happening on this exact date in history.
So are you ready for an absolute scorcher, Hastings? Because let me tell you, the main storyline for today is, without a doubt, the extreme heat. It's going to dictate how we all spend our Sunday. But hey, before we hit the peak of that dangerous afternoon heat, there are a couple of other weather hurdles we need to jump over first. Let's break down how the start of your day is looking.
Section 1. Morning showers to evening storms. Planning your Sunday precipitation.
Now, figuring out this precipitation is actually going to take a little bit of strategy. Sunday is kind of giving us a tale of two very different rain threats. Your morning rain chance, well, it sits pretty low, right around 20%. We're talking mostly slight showers before 10 a.m., and they might linger just a bit into the early afternoon before opening up to mostly sunny skies. But you really got to watch out for the evening. By 10 p.m., even though the temperature stays a nice warm 72 degrees, that rain probability literally triples to 60%. That means likely showers and potential thunderstorms deep into the night. So definitely keep that in your back pocket if you're making late plans.
Section 2. Surviving the extreme heat. Extreme heat warning through 9 p.m.
Listen, this isn't just your standard uncomfortable summer day. We're dealing with a critical weather alert here. While the actual air temperature is going to peak near 94 degrees with a pretty mild southwest breeze, around 5 to 10 miles per hour, it's the intense humidity that's the real kicker. That humidity is going to push our heat index values to anywhere between 105 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the danger zone, folks. Seriously.
And heat at this level, it becomes dangerous incredibly fast. The biggest risk points we're looking at are outdoor work, playing sports, going for long walks, or really spending any significant amount of time without reliable air conditioning. You might be thinking, oh, I'm just doing something low-key. But honestly, even a casual trip through downtown Hastings or an afternoon hanging out at the park means you've got to be proactive. You absolutely need a water bottle, you need to plan for shade breaks, and you probably need to cut that schedule a bit shorter than you normally would.
So, to make sure we all stay safe out there, let's walk through 4 actionable steps straight from today's official guidance. Step 1. Wear lightweight, loose-fitting clothing. Step 2. Carry water with you everywhere and make sure you're taking frequent, intentional breaks in the AC or in the shade. Step 3. If you do have strenuous outdoor activities planned, you got to get them done early in the morning before that sun really starts baking the pavement. And Step 4. Always check the radar before heading out for evening plans or a late river walk, because those summer storms can pop up out of nowhere.
Section 3. Evening storms and laughs. Cooling down with the weather joke of the day.
All right, so why did the Hastings Bridge lean toward the Mississippi on Sunday?
Because even concrete wanted a cold drink. You gotta love that. Just a little local humor to help us cool off from all that heat talk.
Section 4. July 26. Time capsule. From local history to global milestones.
Okay, so today's trip through history is going to make 3 distinct stops. We'll hit 1849 to look at a future political figure, 1958 taking us right into the space age, and 1990, marking a massive landmark moment for civil rights. Let's kick things off with our very first stop.
Back in 1849, on this exact date, a man named William Rush Merriam was born in Wadhams Mills, New York. But he didn't stick around New York for long. He actually moved to St. Paul as a kid, grew up, got into banking and politics, and eventually became Minnesota's 11th governor in 1889. The coolest part, though? His legacy didn't just stop at the state line. Merriam actually went on to direct the 12th National Census and was super instrumental in persuading Congress to establish a permanent census bureau. What an awesome piece of Minnesota-tied history, right?
Now, jumping way forward to July 26, 1958, our timeline brings us to the launch of Explorer 4. This satellite was sent up there specifically to investigate the radiation surrounding Earth, and it was a really vital mission. The satellite took these highly detailed measurements of charged particles that were trapped right inside our planet's radiation belts. By doing this, Explorer 4 added incredible value to the discoveries made by earlier missions, and it ultimately helped scientists understand the very space environment that surrounds us today.
Finally, we arrive at July 26, 1990. On this date, during a big ceremony at the White House, President George H.W. Bush officially signed the Americans with Disabilities Act into law. This landmark legislation was just massive in scope. It officially prohibited disability discrimination across major pillars of American life. We're talking employment,
public services, transportation, public accommodations, and telecommunications. It was literally an absolute turning point for accessibility and equality here in the United States.
And that brings us right back to our community today. We've covered some really fascinating history, but the most important thing happening on July 26, 2026 is that 110-degree heat index sitting right outside your door. Extreme heat is no joke, but we get through it by looking out for one another. So as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a quick question to think about. Who in your neighborhood might be vulnerable to this heat without reliable AC, and what can you do today to make sure they're safe? Stay cool out there, stay safe, and we will catch you on the next explainer.